Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Just got back from the forge. Thanks Andrew for letting me come over. Yeah, had a good day. In a bit of a funk. So yeah, I don't know. Just feeling out of sorts, and I don't know. I just couldn't get motivated, which is very unusual because normally I love going over to Andrew's. It wasn't anything Andrew did, or wasn't. I don't know. I just wasn't in. It's not the fact that I wasn't in a mood to do forging. I was just, yeah, I don't know what was wrong. I just wasn't feeling it. So, yeah, it was just unusual. So, yeah, I tried to get through it and tried to do it as best I could. But, yeah, and Lawson came over, so, with me, and he was working on the 72-inch grinder all day. So we've had earmuffs on, bloody big grinder making a lot of noise. So basically we were all there just sitting there listening to the machine make the noise. So yeah, it wasn't real good like that either. But anyway, I got a fair bit done. But yeah, I did some more work on my redneck. This is turning out really nice. Started doing the grinds on it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any more. I've got a convex grind on there at the moment. They're not that steep, but it looks pretty bloody good. And it's a thick, big knife. I need to take the grind back into the choil here more. Yeah, I think it's... if I burn it up further, steepen the grind, because it's not going to be a very good chopper or slicer with that thick grind here. I do have to steepen the grind. I know, just to make it so that it'll at least slice a little bit better. At the moment, it's just like basically a sharpened pry bar. That's the way it is at the moment. It'd be a stout knife, like it's 8mm thick, 7mm thick, but it has a distal taper. That's just the way the file was, the rasp. So yeah, it's turning out very nice. Has a lot of look like the BK series, BK7, BK9-ish. I think it's 8-inch blade. From there, from the choil up to the tip is an 8-inch blade. Handle feels really good. Andrew said he's got some micarta. I'm going to have to normalise this and nail the hell out of it, because this stuff is almost impossible to drill if I don't do that. Yeah, I can hot drift two holes through it, so I can at least get some handle scales on it. But yeah, it's turning out really nice. Yeah, I did bugger the tip up a little bit. I burnt the tip as I was grinding, so I had to drop it in, so it's becoming more of a spear point. But that's fine. I really like the way the tip's turning out anyway. The overall shape of the knife still looks really good. I loathe making knives. I just don't like it. I just don't like grinding. Spending hours on the grinder just bores me to tears, and I'm not very good at it. And yeah, I do enjoy making a knife occasionally, but yeah, I could never do it as a pastime. It just doesn't appeal to me at all. More power to you if you can do it. It's just not in me to do it. So yeah. But I'll get this one done. I've got a couple more that I've got to do, but then I'm not going to take on any more knives because, yeah, as I said, it's just not for me. But I do think I have to drop the grinds back, at least back, and leave probably, I don't know, 10 mil. So yeah, but yeah, it's going to be a formidable knife. That spine is just so thick. It's well past a 1/4 inch. So I think it's 0.27. But the distal taper up the tip works out really well, and it feels really good in the hand, like as it is. It's yeah, fantastic. 3 more rounds. So these are going to be Cobras. Andrew gave me that one. It sparks really well on the grinder. So I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is. I think it's a coating, some sort of coating. But when putting it on the grinder, it was throwing heaps of sparks. It's usually indicative of high carbon steel. I think this is going to be all right. If it doesn't spark when I make it into a Cobra, it's going to be a nice decoration. So it might be a decorative piece. Who cares? I'll make it into a Cobra. If it doesn't spark, it'll be a decoration. So I don't care. I bought another round file, found one, so I got that. Bloody thing had a tip broken off of it, so it's a bit short. But anyway, I did see on the listing, I bought 5 files, whatever. Anyway, had 1 round file, a couple of half rounds, another Wiltshire Australia file. Like I need another one of them. I need another one. Like I need another hole in there. I think I've got 120 files or something like that. I don't know how many. I've got over 100 files here anyway. But anyway, I put that Wiltshire file. I gave Andrew the half rounds because he turns them into Cobras. Turns them into really nice decorative pieces. But this one will be definitely a Cobra. Yeah, it's still long enough, but yeah, I cut the part of the tang off and started doing the round. That's what I did with this too. So yeah, cut the part of the tang off and just ground the tip off. And this is one of the only small ones I've got left, and I'll make a Cobra out of it. So yeah. Finished the Cobra off. Turned out really nice. It's a nice Cobra. It's one of the best small. This is made out of one of these ones. It's about the same length. So yeah, flare on the head looks really good. The flare looks really, really nice. It's a nice flare on the head. Nice, long, graceful head. Eyes are in the right place. I've already annealed it once, but I'm going to put the blue on the head and tail again. I'm going to have to get in there with the wire wheel on the end of my drill just to get in there because I couldn't get in there with the wire wheel. But I'll anneal it first and then I'll wire wheel it. I'll wire wheel it first and then I'll anneal it again. And yeah, that's out of a small one. Actually got an O on it. It didn't turn out real well because I didn't have a lot of way to work it, but I did get an O on it. So Andrew's got a nice little set tool. So I'm going to make one. I'm going to buy a panel beater's hammer, and because they're cheap as anything, and then I'm going to make one. It was really handy tool he had. I used it today. This thing sits flat, almost sits flat. Perfectly flat. It's a really nice little Cobra. I am really happy with the way they're turning out. Nice sharp flint. That looks like hagstone to me. Can't argue with those results. Sparks really well. Let's get Nemba with that in a minute. Yeah, he's a nice little cobra. Nicholson file. Dog tags. I was pissed off because I was using the flatter and there was some scale on I think it was on the anvil. Anyway, I banged the hell out of it and it marked all the work. I also noticed as I was grinding them, they've got curves, inside curves, so I don't know what the hell's going on there. Both of them had done it. That's out of that Nicholson file that I got. It was a 16-inch flat bastard Nicholson file. It was the biggest Nicholson file I ever seen. Nicholson USA file. Anyway, I cut 2 dog tags out of it. Got my O in it. Didn't worry about using the big O. I only put the little O in it. Drifted a big hole in it. And, yeah, nice. Really aggressive teeth on it. That's the only thing I don't like about it. That file is terribly aggressive, but you can't. It's spark. Look at that. That's the only problem with these little ones. You tend to... You can spark on either side, doesn't matter. They are thoroughly quenched. Because of the short strike face, you tend to sometimes miss and break your flints. It's all good. They spark really well. Try not to break my flints now. And that's blunting. They spark really well. Let's get some members. Probably hearing my voice, I'm a bit, as I said, I was in a bit of a funk, so I don't know. A bit tired. Just out of sorts. I don't know what was going on, but anyway, life's like that. A little bit terry toweling that I cooked up the other day. No use using cheesecloth. It's too easy. Got to burn through this stuff too. Landing all over it. That's how that works. It's a nice striker, that. I really like it. As I said, Tony, I've got a couple of, I've got that round, or that one, whichever one. As I said, I've got those couple of rounds, or I've got a couple of squares. So, Tony, I can make one, but that would be in the new year, mate. I am not making any more strikers for people until in the new year, so I'm quite happy to do one for you, mate, but I will do it in the new year because it's getting hotter now, and I started making that's that one done. I started making a fire poker because I bought a new twisting wrench, and I should have bought it out because I'm really happy with it. A nice vintage tool, King Dick twisting wrench. That's nice. Nice strikers. Little dog tags, they work well. Yeah, so I made a fire poker. Just started out, but I ran out of time. So yeah, I will do that Cobra as I said for you, Tony, in the new year, in January, after we get back in time for back into the swing of forging. At the moment, I'm concentrating on doing my own thing at the moment. I want to get a couple of knife projects out of the way, couple of other bits and pieces and whatnot. But as soon as I get into the new year, I will start doing a couple of projects for other people. As I said, I promised Tony a striker Cobra. So yeah, but I'm very happy with that. It's nice little prototype, because I wanted to do. I've got a couple of these smaller rounds, and I wanted to see if I could make a smaller Cobra, because people like smaller strikers too, and it's a little bit harder to make a smaller striker than it is to make a larger striker, because the larger ones you have more to work with. So yeah, and the smaller ones, the detail work's harder to get doing, the flare's harder to do, but that one turned out really well. So yeah, and I'm keen to see if this one actually sparks. It's no use trying it at the moment, because the teeth will just burn the hell out of a flint. See, it's not sparking at all, but it's just chipping the hell out of a flint. I could grind teeth off it, but I don't know. You just don't know until you get a spark on it. Anyway, that's what I got done. Yeah, nice productive day, but yeah, I'm keen to get this done, finished. I'm just going to slowly do bits and like little bits at a time. I don't want to rush it. I don't want to bugger the grinds up on it, and ruin it. So yeah, and I've got a couple more rasps. So, but as I said, I'm no knife maker, and yeah, I don't want to take on more knife projects. I've got a few more. I've got that sticker. I've got that one. I want to make a skin dough up too, and then that'll probably be the last of my knife projects for a while. But anyway, that's what I got done at the forge. Thanks, Andrew, for letting me come over. I'm glad I came over. It was good day. But with Lawson there, we didn't get much time to have a talk, which is a shame too. I would have liked to have been able to catch up more than we did. But anyway, thanks for watching.